In today's case study, what I want to share with you was a property that we purchased last year in July. And the reason why I wanted to highlight this property was that although we did see a softening in the market over the last 12 months, as long as you know what you're buying, you can still pick a really good asset. Now, we purchased this property in Marrickville back in July 2022, only a couple of months after the RBA had started to lift rates. Now, the purchase price was $1.575 million. It's currently leased out for a bit over $1,000 per week. Now, if we're comparing that to what, 3-bedroom freestanding houses in Marrickville are selling for, they're selling for anywhere between $1.75 to $1.8 million. So that just shows and tells me that, although we've seen a softening in the market over the last 12 months, as long as you're buying well and you know what you're looking out for, you can still make money in the property market. Now, let me tell you why we picked this property and why Marrickville of all areas. So if I kind of talk about the area itself, obviously we know Marrickville is a very sought after pocket, only 7 kilometers from the Sydney CBD. It's got a train station, it's got a mix and obviously a vibrant culture. There's lots of restaurants, different culinary types of options in terms of dining. It's got a very creative culture to it. So it's something where a lot of young professionals are leaning more towards and young families. Now, why we chose this property in particular? So one thing for me was that, when I'm looking at a property, freestanding is very much a very big ticket item for me. I find that freestanding properties do hold a lot more value. Also land size, this property itself being in the inner city, finding blocks of land greater than 250 square meters in size is usually quite rare and sought after. But also freestanding, it's obviously got parking, 3 bedrooms, and inside the property was not too long recently renovated. So to me, it ticked a lot of boxes. But the main item that I always look out for when I'm looking for property is how do we actually make more money out of it? And this property did give us the potential to either build back, to extend back another bedroom with another living area, or you could potentially go up another level. So looking at ways in which you can manufacture the equity. Now, putting all that aside, even if we didn't do any of that, the property still grew in value. And that's because of its location and the actual property type. So key takeaways in what to consider when actually looking for property, whether it's in a booming market or slow market, is firstly to target freestanding properties, okay, because they're scarce, especially in the inner city and inner west. Now, the second thing is to ensure that the property is on a good size block. So minimum block size, 200 square meters is probably ideal. And then thirdly, looking for any potential ways you can manufacture the growth, whether that be extending up or back. If you're buying a freestanding house, there are less restrictions in terms of applying through council. If you're buying a semi, then obviously you need to consult with the neighbour. So there are probably some really good highlighted tips that I would probably take away if you're looking to target properties in the inner city and inner west. So if you're looking for opportunities like this, feel free to reach out to us.